Hey y'all, welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach.
I'm Jen.
And it's just chaotic around here. So, the last time you saw us, you saw Elsa and Lucy have babies. Well, we've already had another mama give birth.
Yes.
Go ahead and throw your guesses who you think it is down below. And we have another one on watch that's down here at the milking, or not the mama area, I guess. So, Shirley, the one I thought was gonna go first, is on watch right now. We was hoping after breakfast she'd get going. She's down here with Lucy and her babies, which is just the prettiest thinking things. You're being a good mommy, Lucy. A good girl. We're hoping today, but if not today, maybe tomorrow during the tornadoes. And you might have saw in our hands, I have some soapy water, and she has a milking pail. So Elsa's producing a lot of milk.
A lot.
And her babies aren't taking her down too much. And the one thing about if a goat has a lot of milk in their udder and the babies aren't relieving that pressure like they need to be, they can get mastitis even with babies on them. So we're just gonna go get a little bit out of her because you can tell that she's a little, where are you going?
I don't know.
It's a long couple days. You can tell she's uncomfortable. So we're just gonna milk her out a little bit and just make it better for her. And then also probably clean up the other goat that had birth. Do you know who it is yet? If you guess Miss Anna, you'd be right. Hard to get in there. We'll get in there here in just a second, but she has a pure white boy, little buckling, and this little brown and white spotted doeling. And she did great. We found her in the barn. She just dropped them out, cleaned them up, and everything was good to go. So very proud of you, Anna. That's a good girl. That's just soapy water. Elsa's actually one of our greatest milkers. She has the best teat setup. So we actually use her to like train people how to milk goats sometimes. She's a great sitter on the stand. Wow, 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 wow. Good Lord. Gosh. I can't say a word without you gobbling. Hello. I'll tell y'all later. All right, we got Elsa done. She did really great, as always. We just got a little just to relieve the pressure. And now, so Anna gave birth yesterday, and what you're seeing is all that afterbirth, you know, the goo and stuff, it hits that udder and sticks to it, and it's hard for them to reach there. So if it isn't coming off on its own, you know, you definitely want to get in there because that can cause sores on the udder. So just get in there and clean that all up like Jen's done.
And they like it.
Yeah, they like being pampered. I think what I was trying to say about Elsa was that she's just a really good milker. We really like her. She's one of those that we can bring kids in to like teach them how to milk and stuff like that. So is Anna too, to be honest with you. They're both just fantastic milkers. So we're excited that we are back in milk. Like Ethel will probably be first to start kid sharing. And so that's just really exciting.
It is.
We've missed it. And now here we are again. It's coming. It's brewing like coffee. Well. We woke up to a surprise. Shirley had her babies back here in the dark, dark hole. So it's kind of hard to see. We'll get them out in some more light. We just walked up on them on doing chores here. Look how pretty. They're all dry, so it must have happened overnight. Because, I mean, they are completely dry. We checked them last night before bed, and there was no birth, so this is pretty awesome. So, boy and a girl, what do you think, what?
That was pretty cool.
Pretty cool. It's pretty easy when you just pop up on them. We wanted to really catch Shirley, though, because we don't know if Delilah and Molly are pregnant or not, so that might have been our last kidding. Well, but we'll see. Anyways, we are now going to take Lucy and her babies back up to the general pop, let Anna out because her and her babies are doing good, and then we're going to leave Shirley down here just so when we can physically see her babies milk off of her. They definitely look like they already have, but we just like to see it before we just say, yep, you can go be with everybody else. So Wyatt's going to hold the camera, and we're going boot scoot and boogie up the hill here. Disturb them or something.
Maybe so.
Okay, let me close this up there. Wyatt, just hold her.
Yeah, there they are. There's your babies.
All right, let's go. There they go. Yeah, well, that's them right there. Right there. Don't you want to be with your babies? Yeah, I think so. All right, Lucy's babies are in here. Dolly's checking them out. Isn't that right, Dolly? You gotta check out your new things you gotta protect, don't you? Everybody's a little nosy. Gotta check out the new scents. But Lucy seems pretty protective. I like to see that. Here, Lucy, I'll help you out. I'll let Anna's out. Don't want to bug Anna, maybe leave you alone. Good morning, Anna. How are we doing in here? 1 baby, 2 baby. They're just jumping around looking all healthy and stuff. You want to be free? I'll let you free. All right, Lucy's taken care of, and we got Shirley up here by her food and everything. She wasn't wanting to come up, but we just brought her babies up, and now she can do some eating. So this one right here with the really, really white spot on the side, that's our little buckling. And then this one with the little brown in it is a little doeling. You did very good, Shirley. So that puts us at 8 bucklings, 8 doelings.
No, 9 bucklings, 9 doelings, right?
No, 9 would be 8.
Okay.
We weren't expecting this morning. And it's we have a really bad storm coming in. A lot of people in the south have already hit it. Make sure that they're in your prayers. Some tornadoes have been laying down. And it's Kentucky's turn today. So we are weather aware and just trying to make sure all these babies and all the mamas are safe. But I'm pretty sure we'll do
Yeah, that's right, 8 for 8.
8 for 8.
So 16 babies.
16 babies that are on the farm. We've had 19 total. 2 that were stillborn, and then Hopi that is at her new home. It's a wild goat birthing season.
And actually it's 20 because then Ethel's stillborn.
Shoot, that's right. I forgot Ethel had a stillborn.
20 babies.
Man, my guess was 20.
16 on the farm.
Gosh darn.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and like we had said with Molly and Delilah, we'll see with them. If they did, it's the next heat session. So we're probably about 21 days out-ish if they're going to give birth. If it's after that, then it's just kind of counted as they're not pregnant, and just kind of keep an eye on. Shirley, she's been a really good mom.
She's been great.
Helicopter mom.
Overall, it's been great. You know, there was the few losses that were just totally unpredictable. There's nothing you can do about it. But everybody else, all the babies are so healthy. They're all growing, running, jumping.
Yeah.
The moms are having a blast. It's like a big old Sister Wives episode up there. They're just all raising kids.
It's really
and
funny.
They're doing good. It's beautiful.
It really is. And, you know, when you have small numbers of mamas, like last year we only had 3 give birth. This year it was, 10? 10 give birth. It's almost inevitable that you're going to have a couple issues that pop up. So our numbers were really good with the amount of mamas that were going. You know, if you're just rocking 1 or 2, your chances are high that you won't have any issues. So just kind of keep that in mind too. If you are starting to get bigger herds, the sad parts are going to happen sometimes.
I was also going to add that out of all of that, 20 babies, we only had 1 bottle baby, which is fantastic. Thought we were going to have 2 more with Lucy's. That turned out to be a miracle. So yeah, Zeus was the only bottle baby this year. That's pretty wild right there. And honestly, he would have been dead if not bottle baby, because we really had to go in and rescue that one. So that was the wildest birthing and the biggest story, I guess. No, Lucy's was the biggest story out of all the birthing season. That's one for the books there. We'll have to remember that one. Always give it another try. She's put her babies all the way back in the corner again. Just how she is. Safety first before you feed. So now we're calling this the temporarily end of kidding season, like I had mentioned. So now this is what we do. When we're in the middle of it, we don't start. We kind of have our ideas who we want to keep and who we don't want to keep. But now it's official time for us to take pictures with names on it, sit down, really decide who we want to keep and who we're going to sell. Going to be a lot of little bucklings for sale, that's for sure. And then we got to go through the doelings to see if there's any that we want to grow our herd with. Or if we want to sell them. So we've had a lot of people reach out interested. I mean, we pumped some beautiful babies this year. All kinds of just wild, interesting markings. Not one is a standard style goat. They're all very unique in their own way. So if you are interested, we will in the near future be doing an entire video about who we're keeping, who we're selling, and then how to get in contact with us if you're interested. But that is the next step. This is the hard part.
The hard part, because you want to keep them all. But if we kept them all, that would put us up to almost 30 goats, and our pastures just can't handle 30 goats, and you don't need that many boys.
But we get to enjoy them while they're still on their mamas, so that gives us quite a while.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is the best part, and I can't wait till all of them now are on that playground. That's going to be so funny to watch. I'm really hoping one day I can catch the camera when they're all out there playing on it. It always seems when I have the camera, they're eating or doing something else, but they play with it a lot. Yeah, just sit on your baby. Get out of my way.
In the midst of all that chaos, our good friends, like we had said, Leslie and Kurt were here. And when there weren't goat babies dropping on the ground, there was a lot of work being done for the Etsy store. So a lot of tinctures that we had out of stock are now going to be back in stock. There's a lot of tinctures. So it's like, I would say this is the first half that'll be back in stock. A lot of favorites like elderberry and different things like that. And then our job is to finish up for the next week for the next round of tinctures to be out there. So if you've been wanting some, or if you've had some that have been sold out and you've been waiting on it, go check right now because they most likely are back in stock, along with a bunch of other stuff.
And after we get these done, we're gonna redo the snaps, so they'll all be out probably next week. So
Yeah.
it's exciting.
Stay tuned for that. So we're gonna sit right here in this fooling you sunshine, which isn't good, and watch and make sure that these babies nurse, because we got to get that out of the way, because around 2 or 3 o'clock, which by the time y'all are watching this, it's already gone through. So say a quick prayer that everything was fine. It's like 80-mile-per-hour winds they're projecting. It's something nuts. But we got to make sure these babies nurse, and then we got to just do anything we can to make sure they get ready for the storm coming through and batten down the hatches. So
This is the safest spot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sure, they're in the concrete.
Yeah.
They're gonna be fine. It's my roof on my barns that I worry about. But other than that, y'all, we love y'all. It's been, the last few videos, it feels like we've just been kind of all over the place, and it's because babies just keep dropping everywhere. But thank y'all for hanging out with us, and yeah, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button.
Okay, love ya.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.